Massive turnout. Everyone's too shy to go in. I'm immediately worried about the gutter. Yeah, me, Brook. We're in Bayswater, not far from the city. It's actually a really beautiful area, super leafy suburb, gorgeous like old school houses, plus a few modern houses sprinkled in there as well. And the house we're looking at today, it's a 2x1. It's on a pretty big block, on a 373 square metre block. And suspiciously, it's going from $499, which to me does seem quite cheap for the location and like a 2x1 seemingly okay house. I don't know if there's an error on the price tag, something going on there, or something that they haven't quite mentioned in the ad that we're gonna have to go and investigate. Maybe like it's gonna stink, maybe it's gonna be, you know, another dead rat situation, like a drug situation, a hoarder house situation, who knows? But maybe there's something else going on and we're gonna have to investigate and get to the bottom of it. There's a bit of a veggie garden or some sort of growth already established on the roof. They've obviously got some really great soil. Get my green thumbs in action. I've already accepted that anything I buy is gonna need a bit of work. So I've already, you know, I go into every property with that mindset, knowing that whatever it is, I'm gonna have to do something to it. It's super cute. It does look really sweet, sort of cottage vibes. It does look like it's on the piss. It's definitely drooping to one side. But I feel like if I got my dad, you know, to help me out, maybe he could like help me fix that. Maybe that could be just a little cheap little fix-up jobby. If there's nothing overtly offensive about it, maybe this is gonna be the perfect one for me to jump on. Maybe this is the one that I've actually been holding out for. And I have been like, I know my perfect one's out there. Maybe this is it. We're actually here early for once, and there is so many people. We're actually like still a whole street away, and there is cars lining all the way down this street and all the way down that street. There's lots of really sort of old classic homes. Busy. It's a really old home, potentially falling apart. Here we are. Okay. Oh, careful. So much traffic. Massive turnout. Everyone's too shy to go in. Okay. 0415.
0415.
Thanks. Awesome, thanks. Wow. All right. Nice. Super old home, tall ceilings, colonial style, original hardwood floor underneath the carpet, according to the ad. Old school fireplace, obviously been removed. This is giving retro, good to see. See?
So you can have this one because my son wants his one.
Oh, well, so does everyone else in Perth by the looks, so.
We're pretty sure the asbestos is on the inside and the outside.
Oh, okay.
I think it's $30 to $150 a metre to strip each square metre.
Right, okay.
He said it probably cost you about $100,000
Yeah, okay.
to strip inside and out.
Right.
It ends up being a lot if you buy it and then you bulldoze it. It ends up being very expensive piece of land. There's one street back to when you buy it. Bigger block than this. Just for a block. So if this goes for 600.
Oh, just for a block? Bloody hell. It is a hive of activity. This is the place to be. All right, so many people. So many people. What? Oh. Oh, well, that can't be good. Oh, okay, that is good. So this, not super nice. Under there, very nice. Lovely lady, super fan of the channel. Shout out to you. She said, plastered in asbestos, and to get rid of it both inside and outside, at least $100,000. $100,000 I certainly don't have, but block around the corner just sold for $550, I think, and that's without a house. And this is probably going to go for above 600. So in terms of investment, like great investment. It's nice. Support railing, wingspan test. Lots of room, but also nothing to restrict you. So it's a pretty safe bet. No mirror, great for the self-esteem. It's got handrails everywhere. If you need to steady yourself from the asbestos, you know, when it goes to your head, you can, you know. Okay. The blue was definitely a choice. The blue's nice. It's pretty old school, it's got a lot of charm. In terms of view, nice view of the nice house next door. I like this barn style. That's really cute. I reckon if you've got dexterity issues, that would be like way better than the traditional. Get a bit of a better grip. Alcohol shelf, crucial. Second bedroom. Thank you. Oh, they've already pulled up the horrible flooring from this one. That's nice. Those specs, that's probably a bad sign for what the roof's doing. Some water leaking through there. I'm no expert, but... So now that we know that all of the walls are essentially asbestos, and when you see these cracks and bits of like open paint there, like you're obviously gonna have to pull it all down and get rid of it. Like if the surface is already broken. So whoever buys this is gonna have a big job on their hands. It smells pretty good. You can actually, even though it is obviously like asbestos central, you can't smell it. Like I'm not feeling the asbestos. So it'd be a silent killer. People having to lock their children in their room back in the day. The old, you can only lock it from the outside contraption. See ya. Again, steady yourself from the toxic overload. This is kind of like, okay, so this is a threat to Leanne. If you don't help me out with the deposit, I'll shove you in this room. This is such a funny little room, what the hell? The house is super cute. I think it would be easy, even though it's like super old and you know, there's asbestos in the walls, but it'd be super cute to sort of like turn around. It's got that old school charm. It's got traditional like old school floorboards, super nice. So this is the asbestos that people are talking about. It's fine if it's undisturbed, but as soon as it starts chipping or if you're aggravating it, like trying to drill into it, when you breathe that in, it'll basically kill you from the inside out. Not really what you necessarily want to be living in, but a lot of people, i.e. me, don't have a choice. So it's a beautiful shady yard. We've got several trees, gorgeous suburb close to the city. It's no surprise that every man and their dog is here to see it. Is this cheeky babe gonna get a look in? Probably not, but no, people are having very serious discussions. People are really just standing around in silence, being quite serious, like we're at a funeral or something. In there is sort of like more what I'm used to seeing in terms of the houses that I am expected to be living in. I'd be happy to live in here. This would be quite cozy. Oh, look at that place next door. Oh, that's the house of my dreams. I love that house. I've just seen your house. How cool's that? I love it. It really took my breath away when I saw it. Just curious to know, what do you reckon this house would have sold for maybe like 3 years ago?
3 years ago, this is just off the top of my head, probably, yeah, around 300, something like that. Yeah, 300. And nice. Before that, you know, maybe 350.
And what do you reckon it'll sell for like now? Like what do you reckon like
right now? So what we're looking for is prices from $499. It will definitely go over just because of the turnout. That's how I'd normally gauge it.
How many people do you reckon you've had through today?
We're about halfway through the home open. I estimate about 110.
Wow.
Just on one, so 56 groups, which means about 110, something like that.
Why do you think it's drawn such a big crowd?
Yeah, well, first of all, the market in general is really hot. There's a shortage of properties on the market. It's about 3,170 properties on the market as of last week, which is compared to the average, which we like about 13,000. So it's really low, so that fuels the market. Also interest rate cut, but location itself on this one is superb because there's a park just down there, it's a cul-de-sac, and being Bayswater, you've got access to the city, you've got access to everything.
Have you already got offers on the table yet?
No, so with this one what we've done is we've said everyone come today. Once again, it's in our sellers' best interest to get our buyers together to see the competition is real. It gives us credibility that, you know, people generally want the home. We will be writing offers though, I would imagine, very shortly.
Does it need to be knocked down, do you reckon, or?
You know, sometimes I think they do need to be knocked down. But then they renovate them and they come out great. This one will have asbestos, so there'll be an additional cost for buyers who are thinking of doing renovations, that sort of thing, and knocking it down. And obviously, something like this, you'd be surprised. It's always up to the individual buyer who pays the most what they want to do with it.
All right, great. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.
Cheers. It'll be interesting to actually see what it goes for, because obviously the advertised price is like from $499. But there's so many people here. Like I personally, I'll put my prediction in now. I think it's going to go well over 600, probably like 650 plus, I think. does have a nice vibe to it inside. I feel like with a few little touches you could really make it quite special and quite neat. Bit of a like scary looking room in here. I think this is technically the laundry, but it's definitely giving lockup. If you're held hostage, you can't really complain too much. Still got a bit of light through there, so 240 volt power, no drama. Charge your phone up if you're allowed one. Yeah, so it's crazy, eh? I don't know if I'm feeling more or less depressed. I'm leaning towards more. Even though this place, like on paper, would be perfect for me lifestyle-wise, beautiful, safe area, close to the city, easy to get to work, really nice, quiet, leafy, gorgeous area. And even looking at that place, which let's be honest, it's a total dump and needs to be bulldozed, that is out of reach for me. And it always, you know, probably from now into the future will be. And to think just a few years ago, it was half that price. It was like in the 300s, probably even less. It's more salt in the wound, isn't it? So as much as I like to stay positive on this channel, I'd be lying if I said it wasn't getting to me just a little bit, because my options every day feel like they're growing smaller and smaller. And people, yeah, I don't know, they just keep saying, yes, I just got to get in, you just got to get in, or you should have got in 5 years ago. Like, it's not helpful to hear that, guys. You know, unless you want to give me 100 grand, I'm just going to need a little bit of shush. Actually, come to think of it, that does bring me back to the Patreon and YouTube membership. That is the quietest car I've ever heard. Okay, I'm going to get run over maybe. This rant does come as a timely reminder to consider signing up to our Patreon or the YouTube memberships. They're about $5 a month, and they go a long way to supporting me on my house buying journey, and you get to see way more of these struggles, and I'm having way more frequent meltdowns on there. A lot of people keep saying, Brooko, what are you going to do once you actually buy a place? And to that I say, maybe it's a renovations, maybe we keep going to house inspections with other people. I don't want you to worry about that now. Let's just, number one, let's focus on getting me a house, and then we'll think of that later, but the videos are going to keep coming regardless, so please don't worry. All right guys, thanks so much for joining us on that one. That was an absolute crazy one. I've never seen so many people at a viewing in my life, like hundreds of people through the door. Wow, wow, wow. But thanks for coming along. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you at the next one.